get to our main man, Anthony and Benicia. Anthony, top of the top, man. What's going on?
Top of the morning, my city slickers, brothers. So I got two things. But first, let me say I appreciate you guys as well as Spadoni and Sam responding to DMs, liking and responding a little bit. Like I always appreciate that because you don't have to do that because you guys have separate lives outside of radio. So I just wanted to salute you guys for that.
Thanks,
I appreciate that. And for sure. So let me get into I got two things. One, we were talking about not being able to get home at the quarterback, right? And I'm wondering, remember, when Bosa came, when he did finally report, it was said that he lost a little weight. I think his mom, when she interviewed with Willard and Dibbs, it was said that he kind of leaned out. He was stronger, but he was leaned out. Now, I'm a strong guy too, but at 225, I can't move a guy that's 300 pounds. And I'm just wondering if, yes, you got stronger with pushing weight, but losing some of that mass, I'm sure that affected his ability to move linemen and, and move bodies. And so I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. And then secondly, there's one more thing. Debo and Trent, they are irreplaceable because they bring a certain energy and a certain spark that other guys just aren't able to do. And I know we kind of try to quantify what Christian does, what Brandon does, but one of the things that Debo and Trent do that nobody else does on our team is they bring that energy.
Yes.
There are like our Draymond Green.
Yes.
They bring that goon kind of personality.
Debo's an enforcer.
Trent, he's
and a tone setter.
Absolutely.
That is right undeniable.
So I just wanted to kind of point those two things out.
That's a really good point, Anthony.
Good one.
Yeah, you too.
Sorry for cutting you there. The one thing that I will never say about Debo Samuel is that Debo Samuel, when he's on the field, 9 times out of 10, he is playing like his life depends on it.
Yep.
That's why the Cleveland game early on, he had a couple of carries, and I go, dude, he don't even look right.
Got hurt on the first snap.
He looks so disengaged.
He got hurt on the first snap after getting into it with the Cleveland Browns.
Which is rare. No, but he is a tone setter. Does he make a couple million too many? That's obviously value conversation. But he's a baller and he brings it.
It's not only that on the football field. It's when he's got the boombox.
Yes.
And it's him and Big Trent dancing out to the boombox, leading the charge.
They lose that edge.
And they're dead, and they do, and that's an edge when you come out that tunnel.
That's a good point.
And you set the tone with that boombox, and you let everybody know, hey, we mean business today, and we're about to have a party, and that's what it is. Set the tone and have a party Sunday in Duval County against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But you get Trent and you get Debo back. Okay, that's cool on the offensive side of setting the tone. Now, I got news for everybody. Jacksonville's 4th in the league when it comes to giving up yards on the ground. All right? The best team in the league right now when it comes to rush defense, NFL team opponent rushing yards per game. It's Philadelphia giving up 66 yards a game on the ground. We know about their defensive line. We'll see them December 3rd. Chicago, surprisingly, only gives up 76 yards a game on the ground. Detroit, another team we've been talking about a lot, number 2 right now in the NFC. They give up 77 yards per game on the ground. And then there's the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by the 49ers. Niners giving up 86 yards per game on the ground. The Jaguars, 79 yards per game on the ground. So it's going to be tough to move these guys up front. That leads us to Brock Purdy. Because I think it is going to be tough for both teams to run the football this week. I think the Niners will shore some things up, but over the last 3, they haven't. They've given up 4.4 yards a carry on the ground, and they're giving up the edge, as you asked about earlier today. So they got to stop the run. But it's going to be hard to run against this team. So that leads me to Brock Purdy. With Debo Samuel back and hopefully Trent Williams back. Where's Brock Purdy at in this pass game? Where are they at with the pass game?
I'd like to see some people step up and help him out this week. I really would. We were talking about Brandon Ayuk yesterday, and I'm telling you, when you watch that game back, that throw that he dropped, I know it's a tough play, went off the face mask. You got to have that. In a game against a team like Cincinnati, and it'll be similar with Jacksonville, every drive where you can get a field goal attempt is huge. It's huge. And so I'd like to see some of these guys around him make plays, and having Debo back, no one is sitting here saying that Juwan Jennings is on the Debo level.
No doubt.
Debo is just he's a better football player than Juwan Jennings. But Juwan is my 3. Can Juwan make a play this week? Can he make a play this week?
He ran 33 routes and didn't get a target. I don't know who that's on.
Yeah, it's a good question.
I don't know. Like, he's a wide receiver running routes. He didn't get one target against Cincinnati on 33 routes.
But I would also say, tough to find guys downfield when you're running for your life.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because he was under duress.
But when we talk about juices and sparks, I think of the 2011 49ers. It's undeniable that Kendall Hunter gave that team a spark.
100%.
All right? He gave them a spark.
Cincinnati,
2019.
fourth quarter in particular.
Fourth quarter.
I remember that game.
New York Giants game at Candlestick Park, regular season. Kendall Hunter was a key part of that 2011 team.
Still to this year, the fact that team didn't win a Super Bowl breaks my heart.
So, 2019, we think about juice. I think about the first play from scrimmage for the offense. Matt Breida, 80-plus yard touchdown. The Saints game, Matt Breida came back. He's thought, oh, boy, look at all that speed at the Superdome. Now, he got hurt, and then you got some juice from Tevin Coleman, and then you got the ultimate juice for Raheem Mostert. Where I'm going here, Sasky, is Ronnie Bell or Danny Gray? Ronnie Bell or Danny Gray?
I mean, how many games is Danny Gray suited up for?
I need some juice.
I'm going to have to look that up because I don't even think
Ronnie Bell. He's a player, man.
I love Ronnie Bell.
Can we? You want to talk about juice or spark plays or trick plays? Can I get a jet sweep with Ronnie Bell? Can I get a reverse with Ronnie Bell? Maybe just a play here or there, a trick play. What about that juice from one of those two youngsters? Danny Gray's on a team? Is he even on a team anymore?
Right now, Danny Gray last year suited up. It says here it's suited up for 13 games, 7 targets, 1 reception. Wow. I don't even remember any of those.
Wow.
That was last year.
Wow.
Nothing for this year.
Nothing.
I see nothing.
What about Ronnie Bell?
I wanted to see. We saw him in the New York Giant game, and
made
I thought,
a play.
Yeah,
a couple plays,
and he was blocking downfield.
Right.
I thought he fit the team. With Debo out, I thought he would be more of a factor.
So Ronnie Bell, this is where Shanahan's had the bye week, and he's an offensive guru, right? So everybody says Shanahan's an offensive guru. Can you get back there and design some plays up and get Ronnie Bell rolling?
Can I ask you a question about the wide receiver position as a whole?
Yeah.
Feels like the league, it's never been easier to find a receiver. Maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
Maybe there was a different era, but it just feels like college is giving you tons of wide receivers coming out of nowhere. Why is it so hard for the Niners in particular to find guys that can contribute in the passing game as wide receivers? Shanahan was a wide receiver. Are his standards too high?
Yeah, maybe. Well, we saw Brandon Ayuk. He was in the doghouse for Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse for a long time, and I didn't get why. So I don't know. That's a great question that I don't have the answer to.
Like when I watch like Cincinnati, like obviously they got 3 deep at wide receiver, and most people think that.
You got
like,
the Irwin kid making plays.
I know. And then like I watch like even like the Chargers, like everybody laughs at Chargers got like 8 wide receivers. Now they got the first rounder who's not very good.
Right.
But they've got 1 million wide receivers. Like all these teams have 1 million wide receivers. Why do the Niners they can't get anyone?
The Rams found Tutu Atwell and Puka Nacua. Did we even know who Puka was before the season? Now he might win Rookie of the Year if it wasn't for C.J. Stroud, you know?
But, like, why is it so hard? And I'm not even saying you got to be, like, a 100-yard receiver. Well, like, for example, Brandon Ayuk only has 5 100-yard games in his career.
Right.
Okay? He's been here 4 years. So he only has 5 of them. I'm not asking for 100. You can't catch a couple passes? It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and you know, maybe it's just the way he, like,
is
obviously,
it the offense?
you have to block in this offense. You have to be able to block.
Okay.
Now,
Ronnie
Debo
Bell
can block.
looks like a willing blocker.
Yeah, Jawan Jennings blocks. Brandon Ayuk blocks. So, all right, you need to block. But also, we need some juice, something in the slot.
Well, I mean,
quick twitch routes.
The guy I always forget about. He runs a ton of routes, and I just think I feel like they waste opportunities with him. Ray McCloud does nothing for me on offense. Special teams, fine. Offense, he's just there.
Well, he's one of those guys where I think you waste snaps on him on offense.
I agree with you.
I go back to last year.
I agree with you.
The Atlantic game and the Rams game. You dropped 2 plays, 2 passes, big passes, dimes from Jimmy Garoppolo. And I was like, this guy can't catch.
No.
Stop wasting my time. You know what I'm saying?
And when he goes in motion, everybody kind of knows the jet sweep's going to him.
Right. We all know that. So maybe get Ronnie Bell involved. Maybe this is a game to get Ronnie Bell involved because it might be tough to run against Jacksonville this week. Again, they're 4th against the run when it comes to yards per game. They're giving up 79 yards per game on the ground. And in the last 3 games, they're giving up 75.
Well, they need an adjustment, Bonte. I told about the adjustment last week. It's like, all right, in 2021, using Debo as a running back was their adjustment. 2022, The McCaffrey addition
Right.
was the adjustment. They need an adjustment on offense.
Yeah.